Hi, this is Kate with APC Dynamics, and today we will be going over how to create freight price rules in Dynamic Ship for Business Central. Dynamic Ship has the ability to mark up or discount the shipping prices that your customer pays and is customizable to fit your needs. This is done from the Dynamic Ship Freight Prices page. The first thing you need to do when setting up a new freight price rule is to determine who this rule applies to. In the sales type field, you can choose whether the rule should apply to all customers, a customer price group, a campaign, or even to a single customer. You can also determine whether the freight price rule should apply to all shipping agents by leaving the shipping agent code field blank, or you can enter a value in this field to determine that the rule should apply to a specific agent, and you can enter a value in the shipping agent service code field to apply the rule to even a specific service. There are a few different types of freight price rules you can create, and the type you need to create will determine which fields you fill in. The first is a simple markup. You can add either a markup amount to add a flat amount to the freight price, or you can add a markup percent to increase the freight price by a certain percent. For example, if you want to add a $25 fee to the shipments, you would enter 25 in the markup amount field. However, if you want to mark up the freight by 10% of the freight price, then you would enter 10 in the markup percent field. The next type of freight price rule is a fixed price. This is if you want to charge a customer a flat rate for freight, no matter the actual freight price. For example, if we want all freight costs for a customer to be $40, we can enter 40 in the fixed price field. The final type of freight price rule is a line discount percentage. This type of rule would be used if you have a customer that you give freight discounts to and you want that discount to automatically reflect on the sales order. For example, if our customer receives 10% discounts on freight, we would enter 10 into the line discount percentage field. You can also enter a value in the minimum order total field to determine that a freight price rule should only apply if the order meets a minimum amount. For example, if you only want to discount the freight on orders that are over $10,000, you would enter your 10% line discount percentage, and then you would enter $10,000 in your minimum order total. Now when Dynamic Ship goes to get the freight prices, it will first check whether the order meets that minimum order total, and if it does, it will apply the line discount percentage. Once you have filled in the correct fields for your type of rule, you will need to set the rate handling field accordingly. For markup amount, markup percentage, and fixed price, you'll select the coordinating rate handling value. For a line discount percentage rule, you'll select Add Actual Freight Charge. Currently, the only freight price rules that can be combined without a custom extension is a markup amount and a markup percent. So if you have a value in markup amount and markup percent and want both of them to apply to your freight prices, you would select Add Combined Markup. If you want to combine any of your other rules, you would need a custom extension. Quickly, I'm going to set up a simple markup amount rule so that we can see how this will look. So for this rule, I've set up a $5 markup amount and I've set my rate handling value accordingly. So now we can go look at our order packaging page and select our sales order that's already been packed, and we'll select Get Label. On the Get Label page, you'll see that you have a rate price and a rate cost. The rate cost is what you get charged by your shipping agent, and the rate price is what you are charging your customer. In this case, since I've added a $5 markup amount rule, you'll see that the freight price is $5 higher than the freight cost for all agents and for all services.